Thank you for clicking Dr. Samurai channel. This time I would like to discuss Star Trek cast Mr. George Takei dissing Mr. William Shatner, saying Shatner was a space travel guinea pig. My name is Dr. Samurai, and I'm hoping this video would deepen your understanding of what the life is, so that you could attain true happiness on this planet Earth. As usual, I would like to provide you some basic, brief information first, and then like to move on to our main discussions in the latter half. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. So, Mr. Shatner came back from space safely, and former co-star Mr. George Takei is clearly dissing this Mr. Shatner's challenge, calling him a space travel guinea pig. I am basing this discussion on the information by people online titled "George Takei says William Shatner is not the fittest specimen for space travel guinea pig," written by Mr. Glenn Garner. Its subtitle says, "He's boldly going where other people have gone before." And Mr. Takei is saying Shatner is a guinea pig, 90 years old, and it's important to find out what happens. He said that before his flight to space. And it goes, so 90 years old is going to show a great deal more on the wear and tear on a human body, so he'll be a good specimen to study. Although he is not the fittest specimen of 90 years old, so he'll be a specimen that's unfit, he added. According to this People article, Shatner and Takei have kept up a purported feud over the decades, after they both opened up about their butting heads with each other on the set of Star Trek. And Takei continues. There's no real feud between us. It's not the tension. It's all coming from William. Whenever he needs a little publicity for a project, he pumps up so-called controversy between us. It's difficult working with someone who is not a team player. The rest of the cast all understand what makes a scene work. It's everybody contributing to it. But Bill is a wonderful actor, and he knows it. And he likes to have the camera on him all the time, Takei added. This is pretty much the general information. And if you like this kind of discussions, please click that green and yellow good luck charm logo. Let me continue. So there seems to be something unknown to the people outside like me between Mr. Takei and Mr. Shatner. I feel what Mr. Takei is saying was true. Being the main character, and Mr. Shatner might have done a lot of stand play rather than becoming a team player. And like Mr. Takei said, it was difficult working with someone who pumps up controversy between two when he needed a little publicity. It might be true. However, what I would like to emphasize here is everything he said when he came back from space travel was true, 'cause unspeakably, who actually experienced so many things which I believe most people wouldn't go through since I was a little child. What the Shatner said was true. I think he is now ashamed of all the him and all those things Mr. Takei pointed out before he touched the truth this time by this space travel. And I would like to say, understanding perfectly, it is very difficult to admit your opponent suddenly saying the right thing, which is totally opposite to what the person used to say. We must accept truth as being a truth, wherever it may come from. There was no lie about the earth is representation of living and lives, while all the rest of the universe are like death. And his tears was not lie. Although for Mr. Takei it might be difficult to accept all that, and I understand he wanna deny what Mr. Shatner is saying. Truth is truth, though, and I know people do not change except when that person hit a literal rock bottom, by which I mean life or death situation or that equivalent, which Mr. Shatner experienced. That is why he was crying. He is a born-again Earthian. As Mr. Takei is saying, Takei was here and Shatner was here, and he must have been very tactful and cunning, shrewd in games of film industry. But by taking this space travel, he himself could parted with this stage and could reach here. This is true, and I would be happier if Mr. Takei generously accept his change as being true. Otherwise, Mr. Takei himself could never proceed to the stage higher than where he is now. And Mr. Shatner, although he might have been not the perfect guy, accidentally hit this stage. That's why he cried. So, what I would like to say here is very important. At this worldly stage, what's going on is envy and jealous and hate and competitions and denials. Without getting through this worldly stage up to this stage of truth, Mr. Takei himself will regret when the moment comes that he dies. No offense. If possible, Mr. Takei should follow the same challenge that Mr. Shatner accidentally tried. And highly likely he could share the same feelings at the higher stage. 99% of people are here and die without knowing the truth. That's why they fear the death. Once you reach here, there's a word in Buddhism, I think, that said Sokushin Jobutsu, meaning attaining the stage of God, or perfect unification with the nature and earth and universe while you are still alive. Attaining the stage of absolute truth while you are still alive. That is the goal for all of us human beings. The same thing as Dr. Carl Jung said, by unifying all the split selves into one whole to attain integration. It is very difficult to leave this stage, but by any means we must attain higher stage of recognizing the absolute truth. It's not understanding, but it's a feeling it. That's why Mr. Shatner cried. And from Mr. Takei's words that Bill is a great actor, I think he could get over this denial stage to himself attaining the stage of truth. This is it. If you like this kind of deep discussions, please click that red Dr. Samay logos, because I'm going to continue on and on and on in my future videos. Wherever you are, my friend, on this small miracle living planet Earth during the same very short period of time. Bye bye now.